Hello, YouTube. It's Chris with CW Sports Cards, and today we are back ripping something that I never thought I would get to rip. Okay, we'll start with what we opened one of these a week ago. 24-25 Donruss Blaster Box. Looking for Cade Sullivan. We did pull a really nice Cade Sullivan. Hold on, we'll put him up in the background here. We're looking for this guy. Another parallel of that guy would be awesome. So we got one of those. We'll start with that. But then we got this. Topps Chrome Sapphire Edition. I don't know if you guys have ever opened or ripped any Sapphire Edition. I would say most Sapphire Edition boxes start in like the $250 range. Some of them go up to like $1,000 if it's the right class and it guarantees an autograph. They've changed the format, a few times. This one, you're not guaranteed an autograph. You're just two parallels will be guaranteed per box, and they should be numbered. There are definitely autographs available in here. We will see if we can find one. But I was able to pick this up for less than $50. The only other Sapphire product I've seen go anywhere near that is like 21 or 22 MLS, but that was pre-Messi. So I don't even know who you're chasing in that product. This being Bundesliga, we've got Lewandowski. Bukoko was big back then, but we'll have Bellingham. There'll be other guys. I don't know all these guys by their faces, but there are definitely some guys to chase in Bundesliga. A lot more than there was in like 21, 22 MLS. So I'm pretty excited about this. I've never, ever, ever ripped a Sapphire product, and I probably never will again unless I can find this again for the price that I paid for it. I got this delivered for under $50. Almost unheard of for a Sapphire product. If you guys have ever seen Sapphire, it's like a cracked ice look to it on a Topps Chrome card. It is very collectible. If you pull the right guy in a low-numbered parallel or an autograph, you're talking big money. So we're going to start with the Donruss Blaster Box. Like I said, Kevin Sullivan, the American, is the guy we're looking for. And we did pull this cracked ice parallel out of the first one that we opened. So hopefully we can find another Kevin. I'm not sure who the other big rookies are that we're hunting for. I believe one of them is a Senegalese guy. So we'll see if we can find him. Here's what we're looking for. And there's the cover boys. We got Chiesa, Son, Messi, Pulisic, Nunez, and Holland. These guys in this set will all be in their national team jersey. So like Holland will not be with Man City. He will be with Norway. Lewandowski will be with Poland. Messi will be with Argentina. Stuff like that. So looking for them in their national kits. We'll keep the box around in case we find anything cool. We're looking for the new animation inserts, plus the return of Kaboom and Night Moves. And exclusive red cubic parallels. So obviously it'd be cool to pull a case hit. If we can't pull a case hit, we'll take more Kevin Sullivans. I believe it is a 200 card base set. So yeah, we'll see how we do. All these cards will be turned every other direction, which is annoying as heck. I don't understand why the collation machine can't spit them out in the same order, but it can't. Nicola Fagoli, Adam Wharton, Folarin Balogun from the United States. That's our striker. Uriel, I can't even read that one. Uriel Antuna. Oh, look, 3 backward in a row. Well, this machine was all messed up today. Randall Kolo Muani from France. Kevin Bassey from Nigeria. Ismail Assar from Senegal. Milinkovic from Serbia. Our Optic, Skamaka from Italy. Kimmich from Germany. Our Cubic is João Neves from Portugal. Nico Gonzalez on the Magicians. What does that say? Henry Mosquera, Rookie Kings. Our red, Sadou Sano on the Rookie Kings red. And then a Sano rated rookie base. I'm not sure if that's the Senegalese guy we're looking for. It is a red parallel. It's got a little chipping on the side because it's got red borders. But we'll put it in a sleeve. Red parallel rookie on an insert. Not terrible. Not terrible. All right, first pack down. Like I mentioned in my other video where I opened these, I found these on the shelf of the Target. They had 0 of basketball, baseball, football cards, but they did have, I think it was 2 blasters. Maybe there was 4. I picked up 2 of them. They had a couple blasters of the soccer sitting around, so I picked them up. John Duran from Colombia. Byron Cristante from Italy. Anthony Robinson, United States. Saka from England. Leo Ostegard from Norway. Jonathan Tah from Germany. Nuno Mendes from Portugal. Diego Costa from Portugal. Our Chrome Di Lorenzo from Italy. Schlotterbeck from Germany. Our Cubic. John Duran. I like this, though. An Erling Haaland Marvels. Anything Erling Haaland is good. We'll put that in a sleeve. Unfortunately, he hasn't really had a whole lot of success yet at the national level. I don't think they've qualified for the Euros since he's been part of the Norwegian team, but it's mostly because everybody else on the team isn't very good. Everyone needs to catch up to him. Nicholas Jackson on the Red Net Marvels. Crunch Time, Boniface, and Pavlovic on our rated rookie, who plays for Germany. Okay. Nothing too exciting yet. 2 packs in. 4 to go. Let's see if we can find another Sullivan. Sergio Rocher rookie. It's where there's a rookie on the front. You don't see that too often. He's from Uruguay. Christian Romero, Argentina. Di Lorenzi, Italy. Cole Palmer for England. Musa for the United States. Giroud from France. Lindsey Horan from the United States. I forgot to mention the United States ladies are in here. Victor Boniface from Nigeria. Brendan Aronson on the Optichrome, United States. João Paulinho on the Optichrome, Portugal. Pascal Gross on a different pattern, some sort of diamond cubic. Not numbered. Craftsman, He Chan Juan. Ronaldo on the Pitch Kings. We like that. A red Crunch Time of Son. We got that in the last box. And a Maximilian Bayer. That's pretty funny. You get 1 red parallel per pack. And that's the same one we pulled out of our first box. That's kind of funny. I mean, at least it's a Han-Min Son. Like, I mentioned this before. Han-Min Son, if he wanted to run for president of South Korea, I think he'd win. He's that popular in Korea. Like, Koreans who, take a trip to England for to see the Big Ben or whatever. They will definitely catch a Tottenham game because that's where he plays. And all they will do is take pictures of Son the whole time. He is like a national folk hero. That's not bad. A red song. He is getting a little up there in age. He's gonna need to pass the torch to somebody in Korea to keep the soccer fandom going. And I know they've got some young guys coming up that are starting to make some waves. I'm not sure where they're playing their club ball, but I'm sure they will join bigger teams very soon as they become more and more successful. Julian Quiones from Mexico, rookie. James Rodriguez from Colombia. Nico Gonzalez, Argentina. McKennie from the United States. Pavlovic from, I think, Serbia. Yeah, Serbia. Unda from Germany. Fulrich? Yeah, Furich from Germany. Never actually heard of him. Pedro Neto from Portugal. Matt Turner from the United States on the Optic. Maximiliano Arroyo on the optic. That's our first optic rookie. A silver of Rafael Leao from Portugal. Old school, Alessandro Del Piero, zero gravity from Italy. Our red, Goncalo Ignacio from Portugal on the Craftsman. Andres Montano. And Richard Rios from Colombia. That was probably our worst pack yet. There was nothing in there to even sleeve. All right. 2 packs left. Come on, Kevin. Where are you at? This is definitely not as good as our first box. I'm just being honest. I know, they can't all be bangers. They can't all have fire. If they all had fire, then, you know, everyone would be making money and card companies would be going out of business. Anthony Gordon from England. Antonio Nusa from Norway. Manuel Ugarte from Uruguay. Marcos Acunho from Argentina. Giacomo Raspadori from Italy. Aurelien Tchouameni from France. Mike Maignan from France. Amadolo Lookman from Nigeria. And Mbappe on the optic. That's not bad. From France. Saliba from France. Our rated rookie Crass Ice, but not the same guy we got last time. Marcus Peterson from Norway. It is a cracked ice rookie. We'll put it aside. Magicians, Saka. Peterson on the rookie Kings. And a red of Guille, which we also got out of the other box. So that's obviously a popular card too. And Arroyo on the rated rookie. All right, so let me sleeve up our cracked ice rated rookie. Apparently you only get like one of those per box. The last time we got lucky and got the right guy, which, like I mentioned before, never happens. So we have to be happy with that. The first box had a big winner. Second box doesn't look like it, but, you know, it was still a fun rip. You know, a lot of these rookies, you don't know exactly how good they're going to be for a few years. You got to give them a little bit of time. I think I talked about it in the last video. Kevin Sullivan is only 16 or 17 years old. He is playing in MLS because there's no age limit in MLS. He got sold to Man City, and he's going to move to Man City, which is in England, at the end of this soccer season. So that would be like this summer. And he can't play for Man City right away because there's a rule in the Premier League. You cannot play until you're 18. But they do have like under 18 Man City teams, like their youth academy. And I guess he's going to go play there to start out. Jude Bellingham from England. Malik Tillman from the United... I have never heard of Malik Tillman, and I watch United States games. Malik Tillman, United States. Carlos Rodriguez, Mexico. Federico DeMarco from Italy. Julian Alvarez, Argentina. Nicholas Jackson from Senegal. Serge Milinkovic-Savic from Serbia. Florian Wirtz from Germany. Jean Lucumi from Colombia. Tierna Davidson, United States. Brian Crisante on the cracked ice. Close on the net marvels. He's an all-time great. Full Krug on the red zero gravity. Neto on the crunch time. And Barco on the rated rookie. So, yeah. Not as good as the first box. But still, like I said, a fun rip. Yeah, you know, in the end, it might even end up being a better box if one of those rookies pans out and Sullivan doesn't. Let's break into this sapphire. I'm super, super excited about this. I never thought, honestly, that I would ever get to rip a sapphire edition product. Like I said, a lot of times they release in that $250 to $300 range. Honestly, guys, that's like my budget for like, you know, almost like a month worth of videos. Like, I'm not going to spend it on 32 cards in a sapphire box because then you won't see another video for like a month. But, you know, if you can find one and pick it up at a decent price, which I thought this was, I felt I had to take a shot. So here we go. Topps Chrome Sapphire Edition. 4 cards per pack, 8 packs. Our only guarantee is 2 parallels. The 1-in-1s in here are called Papadashas, which I know is hilarious. I don't know why they did that. They, you know, let's not make it a superfractor. Let's make it a Papadasha. So that's what they did. A Papadasha. Topps Chrome Sapphire 21-22 Bundesliga. Here we go. Super excited. These cards are super, super pretty. Hopefully we can find the right names. 32 cards is going to be difficult. But like, look at that. They all have that cracked ice look. Milos Pontovic. Jurgen Eckelenkamp, something like that. Andre Silva and Musa Nakate. All right, so nothing much in the first pack. No rookies. We're definitely gonna need see some rookies, and we are guaranteed 2 colors, 2 parallels. Apparently, there's some insert sets because there's one on the back. Arnie Meyer, Vincenzo Grifo, Edmund Topsuba, and Heroes of Tomorrow on the Eckelenkamp. So 2 packs, 2 Eckelenkamps. I don't think that's what we want to see. Jan Thielman, Brian Lasme, at least it's a rookie. Mohamed Dahoud, or Mahmoud Dahoud, excuse me, and Wahid Fagir. So at least that pack had 2 rookies in it. However, I don't know either of those 2 guys, so they're not the rookie you are looking for. Oh, there's one of our parallels on the back. I don't know that guy, so that's not good. Iowoni rookie, that's not terrible. It's the best thing we've pulled. A Musiala, that's not terrible. It is gold. We always like gold. Timothy Chandler and a gold Florian Kainz. Florian Kainz. You know, I've opened up a decent amount of this Topps Chrome, just like the regular Bundesliga. I don't remember this guy. I'm sure I pulled him, but just like the photo it's not ringing any bells. And his appearance isn't ringing any bells. I don't know. It's a little thicker of a card. Get in there, Florian. Come on. Quit catching on the corner, homie. Florian, you little shit. Get in there. All right, hold on. He needs a thicker top. A thicker penny sleeve. That one's not going to do it. Not going to do it for Florian. It must be like a 55 point. Numbered 47 out of 50 on the Florian. I guess we'll put it on a stand. Oh, I guess. So there's one of our parallels. It was a gold, but it was not the right guy. All right. 4 packs left. 1 parallel. Maybe we can get lucky and find an auto. I don't know. I wanted to take a shot. And we did. We took a shot. Will it pay off? Danny Bloom. Mizian Molita. Aster Veranic's rookie. And Zidane Sertdemer rookie. So at least that pack had 3 rookies. Now, honestly, I don't know any of those rookies. And it is like, 3 years later. So that doesn't bode very well. But it at least had 3 rookies. Iliax Moriba rookie. Marvin Friedrich. Silas Kotampa Mavumpa. Quite the name. Heroes of Tomorrow, Paul Jackal, rookie. All right. 2 packs left. Still looking for a parallel. That's not bad. Our other parallel is on the back, and it's a guy that I recognize, so we will take it. David Rahm, rookie. Lasse Gunther, rookie. Jamie Lulowig, rookie. So 3 rookies. And then a Jamal Musiala. I guess that's a green? It's a number to 99. So I'm guessing that's a green, 34 of 99. But it is a Musiala. So that's a good player. He does play for the German national team, which is one of the top national teams in the world. And like I said, this is, I believe, his 2nd year card. So hold on a second. I'm struggling with these fat sleeves. They keep getting stuck to the sticker. All right, there we go. Musiala, number 299. It's probably the highlight, honestly. So yeah, David Rahm, rookie, Gunther, rookie, and Lulowig, rookie. Man, at least it was 3 rookies. We're getting a little better with the rookies here at the end. Hey, we got a bonus. You're only guaranteed 2 parallels, and we got 3. So that's a good thing, right? Joshua Kimmich, Lucas Holler, Giovanni Reina, and a Philip Lionheart, number 299. I'm guessing that is the yellow. Yellow. Maybe that's what the Musiala was too. Maybe the Musiala was a yellow. Yellows are 1 in 22 packs, so we definitely broke the odds on that one. And then the gold was a 1 in 42 pack, so yeah. So we got 1 rookie parallel. That's good. We got 1 star parallel, so that's good. So yeah. All right. So yeah, Topps Chrome Sapphire Edition. Never thought I'd get a chance to open one. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It could have been a lot worse though. So we'll take it. You know, at $50, there's not much of a, like a floor. Like, you're going to do okay. Here's our hits. Musiala base. Awoni base, rookie. Mbappe on the optic. Marcus Peterson, rookie, on the cracked ice. A red Son crunch time. A Ronaldo Pitch Kings. A Holland Marvels. And I can't read this guy's name, but Sanu, I think it says. Yeah, Sano. A Sano Rookie Kings on the red. And then our 3 numbered hits. We had a gold to 50. And then 2 yellows, a Musiala and a Lionheart. So yeah, that wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, you guys keep ripping, and I'll keep watching. You guys have a good night.